And hello guys, back to another prediction video. As you know guys, we are starting another week with of course the Premier League as the first video. This is the games in front of me that we're gonna do this day. But before we start guys, you know the drill, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So anyways, we are starting with a very hard match, and it's also one of my picks because it's kind of a derby and a very big deal match. There is a couple of reasons why. Firstly, because Newcastle is, as you see, climbing back. Yes, they lost the last match, I must say, unexpectedly, at least in my eyes. I know Sunderland is a tricky one, especially because they got trashed here against City. So obviously in those kind of situation you would expect some kind of reaction, and they did exactly that. But on the other hand, we had a Newcastle that was just rolling, and yeah, I guess at some point they had to be stopped, and they did against Sunderland. So they this kind of winning train has stopped. Sunderland is kind of still there, together with Liverpool and United. What a company here with these three teams. Actually, four teams. Crystal Palace actually have the same amount of points. And as you see, guys, Chelsea is only 2 points up from these four teams here. And Newcastle obviously want to win, because if they win, it's not just they're gonna be closer to all of these teams, but also they're gonna put Chelsea lower and make trouble for the Chelsea for the Champions League spots. So that's why this game is so interesting. When you look at like this, you see like 4th Chelsea and 12 Newcastle. You would say like, oh, they are far away, but actually they are not that far away, guys. So now to the what I think or how I predict this match. So for me, Chelsea is kind of climbing back. I think they had too much of a bad results recently here, and I think this match will like 90% be actually a draw. So I was thinking to actually give you a draw for this match as a big value pick, but then I changed my mind and I decided just to give you draw double chance Chelsea. It just, for some reason, Chelsea always surprises, sometimes in a good way, sometimes in a bad way. But I would not be surprised actually that Chelsea maybe even win this. So that's why I'm going a little bit more careful here. It's going to be a regular pick. And I'm actually going to go with Newcastle 1, Chelsea 2. But as I said, guys, if you have to kind of give me the exact score that I would actually go with a 1-1. I think the game gonna be a lot, like not a lot of chances, you know. I don't expect counter-attacks all over the place and stuff like that. I think they're gonna fight in the middle a lot, and I expect a tough game and like low scoring 1-1 kind of game. That is how I see it. But nevertheless, I'm gonna go with 2-1, just of a little bit of feeling, because Chelsea always kind of surprises when everyone writes them off, and I think probably a lot of teams, and not a lot of teams, I mean a lot of people are writing them off to not win this, and often I saw in the past Chelsea is that time they perform. So, but anyways, I'm gonna cover it with a draw. So draw double chance on Chelsea, regular pick. So this is our first match. Then we have Bournemouth against Burnley. For me, guys, this is also a good match to go for. I was thinking, because I obviously have United, Aston Villa here for you. I have City, West Ham, and I have Everton, Arsenal. So, and even Tottenham, Liverpool is there. So I can't give you that amount of matches. I have a lot of interesting takes in all of these games. So for me, this is definitely a Bournemouth win. I think Bournemouth, for a long time, they did not win. But they do play well, guys. They had 4-4 thriller game with United. They draw with Chelsea as well. They lost by 1 goal to Sunderland and Everton, both teams in an amazing form. So, yes, when you look at this, you would say, oh my god, they are so bad. But Bournemouth is actually not this bad as this looks like. And on the other side, we have Burnley that is just totally, I don't want to say trash, but total disaster. So for me, this is a Bournemouth must win. So I'm gonna go for Bournemouth to win 2-0 or 3-1. So, but I'm not gonna write it down here as a pick, even though that I'm confident enough, actually, guys, to give you also this game as a pick. So I'm gonna let it like this, but I really do think Bournemouth will win this game. Then we have Brighton against Sunderland. In this match, I have no idea where to go. They have put way too big odds on Sunderland. I'm gonna stay on the fence here, guys, and go with a 1-1. But I'm not touching this game. So that is for Brighton Sunderland. Then Manchester City West Ham. So I have an interesting take, guys, here, and it's kind of big value pick. So I don't want to go with just City to win. I do think City will win. I think they are finding their place. I still think they are not that good, or I still don't think that they are good enough to beat Arsenal in the title race. But they are there, you know. They still, maybe some injuries to Arsenal can happen. You never know in football how things can change. So they are still 2 points behind, which is nothing at this point. It's almost, if not half of the season. Yeah, only two more games, and we are on the half of the season. So for me, West Ham is a very tricky team. They are scoring a lot. So for me, I have a way to make this a big value pick, and it is like this: City to win, and at least 2 goals to happen in first half. The odds should be around 2.20, I think, something like that. I obviously think City will win, but I think I would not be surprised if first half goes 1-1, for example, or if City leads 2-0, or maybe 2-1, or whatever. But I think at least 2 goals will happen, because West Ham is not just a team that stays at the back. They really do know to attack and to make damage. And I don't want to go with just City to win with 1.2. I want to make a bigger odds. And this is very nice odds. Yes, it's a risky 2 goals in first half, but it is what it is. I played it myself. So I'm going to go City 3, West Ham 1. But my pick is Manchester City to win and over 1.5 goals in first half, which is big value pick. After that, Wolves Brentford. Have nothing for you guys here. I'm gonna go with oh, terrible form for both of these teams, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm gonna go another draw, or yeah, I'm gonna stay on the fence and another draw. 1-1 again. Tottenham Liverpool. So this is my next match. For me, guys, Tottenham is, as you know, very, very unpredictable. They lost 3-0 here, then they win some. So I really don't know where to go there. As well, Liverpool is pretty much the same. But as you see clearly, in last 5 games, they manage to get away from crisis, but they are still not totally out, if this has any sense. So yes, they are not in that bad of a crisis still, but still it's far from that Liverpool that they were. And for me, this match can go all 3 results. But I really like Liverpool Hill draw double chance for a couple of reasons. First, because Tottenham is more unstable, weaker, and they are on a down, not necessarily down in form, but they are not climbing up, let's say that way. And Liverpool is now on the up roads in form wise, so I think they have touched the bottom, and now they are climbing up. So we will see if they're gonna stumble now and then go up again, or what. But based on how Tottenham is, they are worse in the form in last 5 games. They are, for me, worse as a team, and I just don't think, even though they are playing at Tottenham, I think draw double chance on Liverpool is kind of no-brainer here. I'm gonna give a Tottenham a goal just because Liverpool is almost incapable of saving their goal in any game. But I'm even gonna go with Liverpool to win. So I'm gonna go draw double chance as a pick on Liverpool. It's gonna be a regular pick. So that is for that game, guys, here. Then we have Everton Arsenal, and for me this game gonna be interesting for a lot of reasons. First, because Everton is playing this at home, and they are decent enough team here. They can perform amazingly, winning 3-0 for example, and they can be destroyed losing to Tottenham 3-0 or Newcastle 4-1. So you never know from Everton what you can expect. But I think based on Arsenal, for me Arsenal at the moment do actually look like a little bit shaken. And it's gonna be very, very tough game, but knowing Arsenal players and what they are capable of, I do think Arsenal will win this. The thing that I don't like here is a little bit the odds. I think they should be a little bit more, not a lot, but like 1.8, 1.9. This 1.6 I don't like that much, so that's why I'm a little bit of, thinking of should I even give you this as a pick. I'm gonna say Arsenal to win here. I do think Arsenal will win this. I'm gonna go Everton 1, Arsenal 2. But I'm not gonna put this as a pick just because I have Aston Villa United for you as the last game. But for me, this is actually a sixth game that I like. So together with Bournemouth Burnley and Everton Arsenal, those two games are kind of bonus that I'm giving you here. So I think both Arsenal and Bournemouth will win their games. Nevertheless, then we go Leeds Crystal Palace. I have nothing for you guys here. For me, this is probably good take to go with goals here. I expect at least 3-4 goals in this match. Maybe both teams to score, and over 2.5 goals is a good take for this match. I don't know exactly what will happen. I'm gonna go with Leeds 1, Crystal Palace 2. But I could see a 2-2, a draw, or a lot of results here. So yeah, for me, very, very tricky match. Then we got this Aston Villa United match, very, very important for both of these teams. United kind of a little bit stumbled here against Bournemouth, but it was not kind of a surprise because I knew Bournemouth is a very tough game. I even give you draw double chance on Bournemouth, and it was big value pick because the odds were over 2, and it came as a 4-4 at the end of the day. And as you see, Aston Villa is playing amazingly. Maybe they are in the best form last 5 games, better than City and better than everyone, I mean. And especially at home, you know that Aston Villa at home is just winning streak. Fun enough how the life is, United is kind of that team that when everyone writes them off, and probably a lot of people, or 90% gonna write them off, especially since this is playing at Aston Villa home, I think literally no one would go with United. So that's why I'm so afraid to say Aston Villa here, even though that I'm 90% chance secure that Aston Villa, there is no way they're gonna lose this. But it's always like that, guys, that United, when everyone writes them off against the big teams, and in this case Aston Villa is a big team and bigger team in case of how they are at the moment, not historically and stuff like that. And in this sense, if United win, I would not be surprised. I would be in my head like, you had that little bug saying to you, do not go against United in this kind of match. If United wins this, that is exactly what's gonna happen, because I have to go with logic, and based on what I see in front of my eyes, Aston Villa is double times better than United. Double times. So draw double chance Aston Villa for me has to be here. Has to be. I do not see Aston Villa losing this. Maybe United can get a draw, another one, but I cannot see Aston Villa losing this. But as I told you guys, there is that little bug that is telling me that United always perform when they are written off. So with that said, I'm gonna ignore that little bug, and I'm gonna say Aston Villa 2, Manchester United Actually 3-2. I'm gonna go 3-2. I was about to put 2-1, but I think there's gonna be even more goals. So I'm gonna go 3-2 for Aston Villa based on my knowledge, experience, and logic, and how Aston Villa is playing at home. But that can all be shattered. So, but anyways, draw double chance on Aston Villa. Regular pick is my pick for this last game, guys. And then last game, Fulham Nottingham Forest, a pick that I do not have anything for here. For me, this is a very tricky game. Fulham started a little bit to recover. On the other side, Nottingham at this moment for me is a little bit better against you know how Fulham is. I think Nottingham Forest is a little bit better team. So I'm gonna go with a 1-1 here again. But I would not be surprised even if Nottingham wins this. So that's pretty much it, guys, for the Premier League. Now you're gonna see here the Bundesliga. So I hope to see you guys there. Anyways, again, don't forget, guys, to like, share, and subscribe this. Thank you for your time, guys, especially if you stayed till the end. And yeah, hopefully, guys, see you there. After that, you have the French League as well, and tomorrow is the rest of my videos. So hopefully, guys, see you there. Bye.